Today I'm going to answer a beautiful question from Angela in the Trafford area, and she has emailed me to say her GP and physio have suggested that she trains her core. So core is a word which is thrown around a lot, but do we really understand it? And as movement practitioners, are we really getting the essence of what movement is to the full capability and our full knowledge, and really taking the body to its optimal level? So as you know, I'm a Pilates teacher and I also practice holistic lifestyle. And for me, the two go hand in hand. If you've read any of my articles, you'll see that I always refer back to lots of quotes from Joseph Pilates from years ago. And this is my understanding or interpretation from teaching the Pilates method and also observing a lot of other colleagues around the world who are teaching everything from martial arts to yoga to Ida Portal to the Czech. Nothing actually can work in isolation. Isolation is into integration, and a healthy body and a healthy mind will produce your optimal results. So when you're emailing me, guys, for the core, this is what's really important. So I see a lot of Pilates studios which are brilliant, just got the clients lying flat on the back, doing fitness reformer, lots of crunching and burning. And this is what I feel. If you take little sections of the method out and you isolate it, you're not really understand where it came from and where it's going to. So, for example, the spine is designed to move, and if you think of the muscles of the abdominals, which we are told, rectus abdominals, TVA, obliques, and I'm not getting into the argument of origin and insertion. If you think of those, every time we flex, we go forwards. Every time we extend, we go backwards. A healthy spine can actually backbend or extend from 35 to 70 degrees. So when you're flexing through the Pilates method and extending, you should have equal buoyancy, flexibility, elasticity, fascial synchronicity between the front and the back. If you are just doing exercises flat on the floor, you are not understanding the method. So this is why I really, really feel that the full method of Joseph Pilates is essential. And I'm coming from a contemporary perspective of using the Cadillac chair, barrels and everything. So I'll give you an example here. So if we're just on the floor, and we know from here, I'll just give you the reference here, from Gold to Spink et al. In his research papers, they're constantly working on a flat surface, doing lots of crunch type movements or flexion in a repeated pattern in less than 24 hours will just build lots of sacromeres in the frontal lobe. The result is a depressed sternum. The result is forward more posture, which I see in a lot of women at the gym and in various fitness classes doing. Remember, we want this optimal flexion, extension, side bend and rotation. Now, when we get stuck in a rut like that, the worst thing is it affects the breathing pattern, and we tend to get a reverse shallow breathing pattern. Holding and over-contracting causes rigidity in that flex shallow breathing pattern. And then once you've got a reverse breathing pattern, that affects lots of health issues in itself. So we want to be optimal. So I'm going to show you a little bit of my interpretation of what functional and really what the core is, because really the core or powerhouse or banders or the whole system is an integration of the organs. The breath pattern, also your diet, your lifestyle, your 4 doctors, it's everything. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the art barrel. So I move everybody around all the time, so I'm not just isolating. So if I take myself up here and I roll to go back, my spine naturally goes into a back bend there, then I recruit to go up. Then I'm going to reverse. As I roll to go back, arms go round and slowly go up. The gradient of the barrel is getting my front of the body to move in a supportive way back of the body to aid in flexion, and then that then goes into other moves in the Pilates method. And I cannot see it differently in other movement modalities around the world. So that's really, really key. So your organs are key, guys. I'm going to give you three big takeaways. Your organs are key for your powerhouse. Number two, your breathing is key for your powerhouse. And number three, understanding how we should move and isolate into integration is key for your powerhouse or your core, or whatever you want to call it. Now, I've only spoke very, very small. This is a massive subject. So I have written an article today. So if you would like a copy of that article, do DM me your email and your cell number, and I will send you the article. And I've also written a full course. And I'd like to say thank you to the inspirers, or the inspiration that I get from all my writing. Today's articles were inspired by Paul Check and Alison Salmon. And there are many, many more people who have really, inspired me, the way I talk, the way I move, because if it's working, your body is a reflection of your results. Have a great day, everybody.